Sometimes they betray you or hurt you in a way or do something to you you would have never done to them, and there is no get it back. So some people's version of forgiveness is like, you have to get okay with the wrongdoing so much in your mind that things go back to how they were. No, it's like cheating. Once you cheat, the trust is broken. It's like shattering a vase. There's no putting the pieces back together where it will hold water like it did before. It's always gonna leak. Sometimes betrayals cut too deep. They cut all the way through. And there is no way to go back to how things were. And the whole, you need to forgive them. That comes from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they've never been through anything in life. That was unforgivable. So, with that, I also want to say you're allowed to have that opinion if you have that. You are fully allowed to say forgiveness is the end all be all, and that is the way through everything. You're allowed to have that, and I'm so happy you do not have experiences where people have done shit that is unforgivable. Because for you to say you should forgive everybody all the time for everything shows you've never had something bad enough happen to question and challenge that belief. And another thing that I've learned for my long 26 years on this earth, they've been long, is a lot of people who say that they forgive others don't. They just bullshit themselves and they lie. But my biggest problem with the whole forgiveness thing is when someone hurts you or does something to you, betrays you, for your first obligation you feel like you have to have is, oh my God, I have to forgive them. I have to find forgiveness so I can let go of the resentment and the hurt. No, you're allowed to be fucking pissed off. Sometimes betrayals are so bad, the anger is the only thing that keeps you alive. It's the only thing keeping you kicking. So to try and relinquish that and get rid of that? No, for what? So you feel like you can handle it properly? To let go of any resentment towards someone is not something you can force. You cannot force forgiveness at all. And it's very unfair to go through something where someone hurts you and then put all your focus and your attention on trying to understand why they did what they did. What were they feeling? What were they going through? Taking on the burden of trying to understand and justify what someone did to you is the opposite of what you need to do. Trying to get in their perspective neglects the shit out of you. You're hurt. You've been betrayed. One thing I know for certain, after everything I've been through, is broken hearts still beat. Do not take that broken little fucking heart of yours and try and use it and force it to go find compassion for the other person. Your focus is you. You put the compassion on yourself first. If someone has shown you they don't care about how you feel, they'll hurt you, they'll betray you, they'll look after themselves. If you take your focus and you put it on understanding them, being too understanding leaves room for excuses. So you're allowed to have a boundary with how understanding you're willing to be. So if you're over here in their perspective trying to understand them, who's left to take care of you? Nobody. They showed they're not going to do it. You over here listening to all these dumb shits who are like, oh, you need to look for forgiveness. No, you need to look at the fact that you're hurt and you need to handle the situation that you're in. Whatever they just did landed you in a situation that was unwanted. Your focus is that you're hurt and making sure that you're okay with wherever you're at and whatever's going on. No consideration to their feelings. But people have a big issue with that. When people do shit to you and then you hit them with what they did and you do it back, or you hit them with that stay strong like I did. Oh, they don't like that. They don't like that. Then they're going to try and shame you. Well, why don't you have forgiveness? They're going to play the moral card of like trying to shame you into trying to forgive them because they benefit off of you overlooking and letting them off the hook for what they did. They force you to have compassion for them after they hurt you. Forgiveness, a lot of the times, is a manipulation tactic. And a lot of people push that whole forgiveness shit because they want to feel better. Like they can sleep at night because they need to know you're not enraged. They need to know that you forgive them and you don't harbor any resentment so that they can sleep better at night. I don't give a fuck how you sleep. After you betray me, like some people have done